BlitzTankStats.
Hi, it's MirageMike here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a mashup of 3 Golden M's. We've got the first one starting in a T34-100 on Winter Malinkova. I'm playing on the North American server on this one. It's quite a nice game. It starts off fairly slowly and like always I like to go left on this map and fight with the meds and lights if there are any. You can see here there's T43 who's nicely positioned for me to shoot him. Unfortunately I track him, and at this point I'm thinking it's going to be one of those games. See, I track, he pens, another pen. We've got the M4 there, give us a shot nicely lines up. Taking 2 hits, so we're not doing too bad. And this T34-85 comes through. Again, another hit from me. And we see here the heavies haven't gone into the middle. Now I believe that this is a really bad idea. I think the heavies should never come down to this section, should always go middle. And you see I've call them dummies. But it looks like it's just going to be one of those games this time. Quite often our Masteries end up you don't seem to get the rub of the first 2 or 3 shots, but it's a case of Blitz is a game about patience, if not more than anything else. I think it's like another ricochet there, and we'll see. It's still 7-all at the moment. Nobody's lost any tanks. Low roll again, didn't quite get him. Another hit from me. Now down to below half my HP, and it's still 7-all. Quite a few low health tanks there, so can we clear this this M4 here? One thing I do like about the T34-100 is the gun on it. To be honest, it's got a very nice gun. Like a few on this line, the elevation of the gun is not so hot though. It's like a lot of the German meds where they've got not a lot of degrees of angle that you can use, but it looks like we can go around and clear this M4 though. We're tanked down at the moment. It's 6 versus 5, but it's got a nice alpha damage on it, and the aim time is good, the accuracy is good. There we go, cleared up now, so we're back to 5-all. See, the red heavies have taken that middle section there, which is, I mean, they actually started on C and came through, but now they've got the advantage of height. They've got the cap. It's 4 versus 4. All they need to do is just close up shop there, keep themselves in a nice position, away from our guns, you know, and they should have the match sewn up. Really, they could easily cap B. But they let us cap A. It's still 4 versus 4. But you can see the position they've taken. They've just clearly out in the open. The Annihilator and the Black Prince. The Black Prince just shot me there. I think he's hiding behind him. He sensibly used the Annihilator for cover. But why the Annie didn't shoot at me, I've got no idea. And the Black Prince is trying to exploit me. This Hellcat's coming around the back side, and he's trying to get hold of our TD. Let's see, we can clear him up there hopefully. Took another hefty shot from him in the territory of 1 shots. Try HE shot him there. Managed to track him, so it's at least going to be in the way of the 88. But he didn't quite get there, and I managed to sneak a shot in there underneath the front of his tank. So you've still got 2 heavies. We're tank up at the moment. We've still got 2 heavies on pretty much good for full health, but again the M6 is just driven out into harm's way. There's no need to pull out there. Why does he need to pull out? And again, they've pushed down. They're trying to take out this 1 tank, but they must realise they're in the line of fire. It's 2-all, so they've actually managed to take one out. They've got 2 versus 1 now. Back down to 2-1. It's in our favour, but I don't think he's going to last very long. It leaves me versus the M6, which is... he's on quite a lot of HP here. I have to switch up to use heat to get through that front plate, which works nicely. Can we get a second shot in? Snatched his shot there. Fortunately didn't pen with that one. Now I've only got one heat shell left at the moment. Or is it two? Now I've got one left now. I'm not going to get any purchase there, so we need to go around and try and get a shot on him without getting a trade back. Okay, not sure what happened there. I think it maybe just got a ricochet. Can probably take one shot, which we can. Fortunately set him on fire there, so all we need to do is keep out of the way of his gun, use the angle, and we're good. 496 damage. A golden M to boot. I really didn't think I was going to win that game as we started out, but it all turned out alright. Yeah, so 4153 damage, sorry. Yeah, we've got a mastery, we've got high caliber, we came top, we, did half the damage of the team there. Say 25 shots, 22 hits. Managed to damage everybody in the team, which is good. And a bunch of credits and XP. And also, yeah, we've got the top gun and high caliber, so a nice game there in the end, and it's a case of patience paid off. Next game we're going to have is a game of my Sp1C, and this is on the EU server, playing in Vineyards. We're down tiered. It is one of my favourite tanks. It's unusual, this game, in that we've only got one light on each side, and the rest is pretty heavy meta. I think we've got one med. Yeah, we've got Chimera. We've got one light and one med each side. So I've pushed right up the front here, and we can see that we've got nobody. The reason I did that was to try and flush out this LGB, the T34 LGB lightweight. You can see the Reds have all pushed on that one side here, and this is a classic error that you get. If you push one side, you can see all of them are they've all just stopped and they're out in the open. Why they haven't pushed forward? There's nobody spotting me. It's leaving me with lots of free shots. And a lot of this distance, the gun isn't always going to pen, but the T29 we can definitely get him. Some of those tier 8s I'm not going to pen from this range. We're going to see we're putting in some decent damage there. Nobody's actually coming to see what we're doing. I don't even know if they're getting. Don't even know I'm shooting them, but they don't seem to be turning or moving forward. I mean, if you all go one way, it's a great strat, but if you can't stop, you've got to push. Now I'm going to try and move forward and see if we can get some better shots on them. At this point, we can see I've just spotted up that TD, so we've got the Emil there, who's playing second line, typical TD position. Missed two shots, unfortunately, but I'm well away. He's there now. He can't shoot me. He can't do any harm. So I'm just going to wait here and see if I can get some more shots from this flank. Hopefully they'll come on this inside track of these buildings. We've got a few tanks on, not many HP there, so I imagine they will be relocating. So the lightweight's coming around here. We can hopefully get off, just tracked him there. But again, we can finish him off. I'm a firm believer in, you've got two different types, two different routes. Lights and meds should always going the one way strat. If you pick the wrong route and you go against all of them, it can be bad for the. But I think you should always try and go both. See if we can now track this Emil. I mean, why has come over to attack a light? It's lunacy, isn't it? There's no way he's going to be able to cope with it. The mobility of the Emil is not great at the best of times. We could keep him tracked here. And just farm some nice damage off him. It'd be much better pushing off into town. Just even trying to keep. I'll try and sneak him over from one side and not come straight up to me, because there's only one way that was going to end. But saying that, look, the heavies have taken a right beating here. We're now one tank down. It's 4 versus 3. We've still got a lot to do on this one. We've got the Chimeras on full health though, so I mean, we all know they've got a great gun on that, and we're back even on 3-all. The Reds are looking very weak, so all we need to do is try and relocate and see if we can get some shots and go in and finish them. So with the Chimera with his gun should be able to finish most of these in one tank, although the VK is on quite a lot of health there. Let's show it in a few shots and see if we can drive by and sink a few into him as he goes, which works out quite nicely, leaving us 3 versus 1. The VK's going to struggle here. There's only ever going to be one winning team with the 3 versus 1. So I'm on full HP. I can afford to take a hit. We'll see if we can just sneak one in the front of him here as he comes forward, which manages to go in. We're using heat. It manages to go through despite the angle. We'll take a shot and go and finish him. A nice 3 kill. I always like to get a good game in my Sp1C. It's my favourite tank. And there we go, got a nice M. And it's not been a while since I've had one of those, so I was really pleased to get that. Not a lot of damage, 2899 was it? And then yeah, 22 hits, 19 pens, and we just got the we've got a sniper tanker in that one because for all those distance shots we were taking. Although not many of them penned, we did get some hits on that T29 to take him out. Third game and final one is the Supremacy game, Desert Sands, again back in the T34-100, and this one is on the North American server again. Again, we've only got one med or light on the team, very heavy teams. It's interesting how the meta differs between different servers, and getting a lot of heavies on the North American server at the moment. Certainly at these lower tiers, 6 and 7, very frequent. So we're going to cap up an 8. Nobody's come this way. I didn't expect the P43 to come this way, although I can see he's coming in there now, and he's going to take a beating. There we go. Oh, full HP. And now I've played this P43 quite a bit recently, and it's a good tank if it gets right into your face, like he's trying to do. But the secret to it is to just keep away, make sure you drive around the side, and put one in through the sides. There's not a lot you can do about that. Quite a nice trade for me there. We only took one shot and a ram off him, wasn't it, I think. Fortunately I was not in the line of fire from the J Panther, who's just decided to go and help the rest of the team. Could have been a different story if I hadn't been behind that hill trying to spot him there, but it's no good. He's sped off. So we'll go up and try and flank and see if we can put some damage in and distract them. We're already a tank up. But if we can remove some of the fire from behind the team, it should give us a big advantage. You see, he knows I'm there now. We'll just try and put another one in. Fortunately, don't get any damage on him. That first one, as with most TDs, pretty hard to. The tracks seem to take a lot of damage nowadays. Quite often, with a lot of the meds I drive, it's very difficult to get through. So the JP's had a hard decision to make there. Does he come towards me? Does he turn back and help the rest of his team? And he's chosen to help the rest of his team, which means he's going to pay the price, really, because he knew I was here. And he's just let me farm him, essentially. It's looking very good for the team now. We're 6 versus 5. So the JP's stuck. I managed to track him that first shot. I'll see if we can get one in round the corner here before he turns. I think he's damaged. I think he's got all sorts of engine trouble and things there. Now the Emil seen me here, and he's going to come and try and wipe me out. It's 4 versus 5. Fortunate to track him there, so he just lost his momentum and lost his aim. So now I don't know how many shots he's got in the barrel, whether he's got 3 or 2 left. So I'm just going to wait here. We've got the upper hand. We've got 5 versus 3. Can see where he is. He's not doing anybody any damage there where he is. He's waiting for me to come around the corner. I'm not going to help him by doing that. And now we've disappeared, so I'm going to go and try and sneak a shot on this sheriff here. I can get a nice shot in the back of his head there. help the team out. We're looking a bit low HP. Now the Emil's coming for me. I should get another shot, and it's got a good reload on this T34-100, and got a lucky bounce there. Otherwise, it could have all ended differently. This, but he's now wasted all his 3 shots. He's not going to be able to do anything about this last. Turn it round and put a kill in. We get the last kill there. So again, a nice bottom tier game. Managed to get the mastery. Not a lot of damage, 2690. But we made the difference by capping that A cap and removing some of the damage from behind the team there. So it was a good one. I enjoyed it. Been enjoying playing these new European lines, and I hope you've enjoyed watching these. 14 out of 14 there. This is MirageMike signing off. See you for the next one, and thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.